Yo, what's up, guys? I did not do my hair because it is winter break, and that means lazy as I can be. I'm gonna be uploading a bunch of videos. But anyway, it's winter break. So today we're gonna be reacting to a video that came out 2 days ago. And it's by Food Theory. Of course, Game Theory, Food Theory. I'm gonna do more reactions to them. They're amazing, love them. And it's called Food Theory, Stop Ordering Your Pizza Like This. Now, he's done a lot of weird theories in the past that blows my mind, like chocolate is not real chocolate, and like cake is a lie, and something about Subway, I forgot it, but stop ordering your pizza like this. So yeah, I don't know what we have to do to stop ordering pizza like this. But I'm gonna keep ordering my pizza. Grubhub is easier. Don't get DoorDash. DoorDash, they don't deliver you. They only deliver you food, not like convenience store stuff. So what? I haven't done reaction so long. Let's just get into it.
Are you the guy that ordered like a dozen pizzas?
That's
Doesn't.
me.
Oh my gosh.
Just so you know, I'm not gonna eat them all by myself.
Sure.
No, really, I need them for science.
Okay.
Clearly, you don't believe me, so let me explain. You see, I'm a
That makes it-
YouTuber, and I need these pizzas for an
That makes it all
experiment.
better.
Tip me 18% and nobody needs to
Ooh.
hear about this.
How about 20?
It's a lot of money. Fast food channel.
Hello, Internet! Welcome to Food
Okay.
Theory, the show that delivers food for thought with
for
extra
thought.
cheese. Theorists,
Cheese.
here's the deal. I've eaten a lot of pizza this year, and I mean a
Okay.
lot. As a matter of fact, I've probably eaten more pizza in 2020 than I have in any other year of my life. And that's including sophomore year of college, which is an accomplishment. Now, I'm sure that we've all had our dining habits upended to some degree thanks in large part to the pandemic. In my case, ordering pizza has been a safe, easy, and cost-effective way to get my family of 3 fed in a pinch. But because we've been
I
ordering out
headphones.
so often, the cost-effectiveness of it all has suddenly become a top priority. Now, let me just say this up top. This episode is not about the finer, more subjective aspects of pizza. So all you Italian, New Yorker, and Chicago pizza
Chicago.
purists, we're gonna hear your arguments in a future episode. Today
Okay,
is
can
all
I
about
say
who
something?
can get
Chicago
delicious
pizza. It's okay. It's nothing special. When I went to Chicago, we had some pizza. It wasn't special. It was just pizza. Literally, I would rather eat the pizza you buy at Walmart. The Red Baron pizza. You know, the good pizza deep dish? It's okay. But I swear, Chicago's pizza it's okay. I've never tried New York, but deep dish I actually prefer, unless I like my crust very thick. So if you're gonna get me pizza, the crust better be very thick and round. Yeah, I don't want no thin crust. If you eat thin crust, then you're very bad.
pizza
You're
to my
un-
door
that-
and into my
you
stomach for the
insult!
best value.
You
We're
insult!
talking about
No.
the big boys, the multinational pizza chains
Eat
that
whatever
deliver
pizza you
pizza to
want.
the most
Except for
customers. No matter where in the world you're watching this episode from, there's a
pineapple.
good chance you're familiar with at least one of the 4 biggest pizza chains worldwide: Domino's, Pizza Hut, Little
Yes!
Caesars,
Little
and Papa
Caesars is
John's.
the best.
Now, I'll be the first to admit I definitely prefer the pizzas from certain companies on this list over others, but at the same time,
Little
I'm not here
Caesars
to
is the
argue
best
against the world's
pizza.
palate. These 4 companies have all managed to strike a chord with customers the world over. So today, Food Theory is
Best
focusing on a
pizzas
more
in the world.
measurable and objective
Apart
metric
from some
value.
other,
That's right, we're gonna figure out who delivers the pizza that's objectively the best for your
home,
buck.
like,
We've done it with fast
small
food
business
fries,
pizza
we've done it
places
with
that-
fast food soft drinks, and today, Food
There's some
Theory
small business like pizza places in my town, and they're really good. I'm not gonna say them because then you can look them up on Google, and then you're gonna know my town. It's not really a town; it's more like a city.
is doing it with pizza chains. So kick back and enjoy yourself a slice, theorists.
I
Today
should've
we're
got
gonna show
food.
you, the consumer, which pie takes the cake.
Okay.
Now, as far as I'm concerned, there are a few major categories that need to be addressed. The first is how much pizza I'm getting for my dollar. I wanna know how many grams of pizza my dollar is buying. The way I see it, if I'm gonna drop my hard-earned money on a pizza, it better
Okay,
fill
okay,
me
yeah.
up. Look, if I wanted to eat food that's actually just air, I'd go buy some
Cotton
cotton
candy.
candy. But if I want to
Why is
feel
that
like
so
there's a
true?
giant stone bone rolling around in my gut, and I do, that means it's pizza time, baby. I also want to focus
Spider-Man.
on toppings. We definitely got to judge these pizza chains based
Spider-Man
on their
3,
toppings. Are
I'm
they
so
generous
excited
with
for.
the
I'm gonna
amounts,
watch
or
it.
are they
grandma.
overcharging relative to other restaurants? It's important that we compare like-sized pizzas, and it just so happens that all 4 of our pizza chain restaurants offer a 14-inch option. So to keep things fair,
too
we
bright.
only ordered 14-inch pizzas across the board. We also stuck with each restaurant's standard pizza crust. That is to say, no deep dishes, no thin crusts, no fancy stuff. In the case of Domino's and Pizza Hut, that was
Deep
their
dish is
14-inch
good,
large hand toss. For Little Caesars, it was the 14-inch round pizza, and at Papa John's, we went for the 14-inch large original crust. We assigned this experiment to food theory
Personal
field
pizza
researcher
is not
Amy,
enough.
who you
I
might
need, like,
remember
7
as the
slices.
Tootsie Pop champion and our Chuck E. Cheese dance
Yeah.
rebel. Amy ordered the same 3 pies from each restaurant: 1 cheese pizza, 1 pepperoni pizza, and 1 pizza with extra pepperoni. Why these 3 types, you ask? Well,
Pepperoni
the
is the
cheese pizza
best.
gave us a
You don't like
baseline for the weight
pepperoni.
and price of each restaurant's 14-inch pizza. The pepperoni pizza gave us a sense of how much topping each pizza chain is going to
at a
add,
bad
as well as
angle.
how much each chain charged for a single topping. Finally, the extra pepperoni pizzas not only gave us an additional data point on topping
Bad
generosity,
angle.
but also gave us
Now
a glimpse
you're
into
at
what
a-
each pizza chain interprets
Still a bad
extra
angle. I'm
topping
gonna
to
use my
mean.
phone.
Granted, pepperonis aren't the only topping out there, but it was a good variable to isolate because all 4 chains offered it.
That's
Using
a better
kitchen scale,
angle.
Amy
I'm
weighed
sorry.
all 12 individual pizzas.
It's a better
She then
angle,
meticulously
in my
plucked
opinion.
off
You see
all the
more of my
pepperonis
face.
and weighed them separately.
And my
Lastly, we
room.
recorded the takeout menu price of each
I haven't
pizza. We
counted.
debated including the delivery
I'll
fees
watch
in
the
the
video,
price,
okay,
but
I'm
certain
sorry.
restaurants had flat delivery fees and others changed the amount based on the distance they had to deliver. So to eliminate that as a variable, we just went for a flat rate pizza, no deals, no coupons, no added
Buns?
fees. And so with all the raw data in hand, it was time to
pieces?
crunch the numbers.
Buns.
Immediately, before even doing any calculations, a disturbing trend stood out. Almost every pepperoni pizza weighed less than the cheese pizza from that restaurant. And extra pepperoni also weighed less. Sometimes it weighed even less than the regular pepperoni toppings. And not just a little bit less, I am talking a lot of bit less. Look at these numbers. Domino's cheese, 736 grams. Pepperoni, 695
Whoa.
grams. Extra pepperoni, 706. Papa John's cheese pizza, 884 grams. Pepperoni, 820 grams. Extra pepperoni, even less, at 798 grams. Same thing at
What?
Pizza Hut. I mean, that is a huge difference. I think it's fair to say that when you order a pizza from any of these chains, the assumption is that the cheese pizza is the base that you're getting, and that adding toppings is getting us all the cheese plus the meat or veggies that you ordered. As such, the pizza should be getting heavier the more toppings that are getting added.
Are they
but
adding,
it
like,
doesn't
less
seem to
cheese?
be the case. Somehow the pizza as a whole is getting significantly lighter once you add the toppings, meaning
That
that these
doesn't make
restaurants
sense.
are intentionally or no quietly taking away the cheese. Now, maybe this is a cost-saving measure on the part of the restaurant, but honestly, I think it actually comes down to the employees. My best guess for why this might be is that if you get a cheese pizza, there's nowhere to hide. The employee feels pressured to make sure that the whole pie is covered with topping, so you're getting a few extra handfuls of cheese sprinkled on, whereas toppings actually cover a lot of sins and holes of marinara sauce peeking out. That would explain why, at 50% of the restaurants, the extra pepperoni pizzas ended
Okay.
up being the lightest.
I know
of the
this is like the 7th time I've said something, but can I be honest? My personal best pizza, my personal pizza that I can eat any day, every day, is extra pepperoni, thick crust, and sausage. Best thing ever. You have to try.
3, which is, you know, the complete
great, though.
opposite of what I would have expected. Anyway, that was a huge revelation, and if you happen to have any theories of your own, or you've worked at a pizza restaurant and know what's actually going on here, leave a comment down below. I'd actually love your thoughts as to what's truly going on here. You'll also notice that there was one chain that didn't have this issue, and it was Little
Yeah!
Caesars. Theirs was the only pepperoni pizza of all the ones that we tested that actually outweighed the cheese. So lesson
Little
number 1 coming out of this
Caesars.
episode, when you order a pizza
Love
with
you.
toppings, you're not getting a cheese pizza pizza plus whatever's on
I
top.
know
As
that.
you add toppings, your cheese amount is decreasing
That's not
accordingly.
good.
Next, I was curious to know which pizzas weighed the most per unit cost. By dividing the weight of all three pizzas by the cost of all three pizzas, we were able to determine the grams of pizza per dollar for each restaurant.
Okay.
In this category, Good Guy Little Caesars was yet again the
Yes!
winner, averaging
Little
a
Caesars.
whopping 106
So yummy.
grams of pizza per dollar spent. No other
Bread is
restaurant was
best
even
bread.
close. Second place was Papa John's at
Papa John's
56.6,
is okay.
almost
It's okay.
half of Little Caesars total. And that was second place. Pizza Hut actually placed last in this category with a mere 42.6 grams of pizza per
So
dollar.
you really can out Pizza the Hut. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
The individual pizza that was the most cost optimized was the Little Caesars pepperoni, coming in at 131.7
Yes,
grams
Little
per dollar
Caesars.
spent. Pizza Hut's extra pepperoni, on the other hand, at just 35.5 grams
All
of
the
pizza
other
per dollar, was the
pizza
lowest
companies
ranked of all
will stab
tested.
you.
So at this point, something is already becoming crystal clear. Little Caesars pizzas are more or less the same amount of food as their competitors, yet for some reason their prices are just way lower. I mean, I'm talking half the price. The Little Caesars pepperoni pizza, for instance, cost us $5.55. And again, this is the flat rate for the pizza. No coupons, no deals, no nothing. Well,
always got
every
deals.
other pepperoni pizza that we purchased cost us more than $14. So how is Little Caesars pulling this one off? What are they doing differently that allows them to sell the
Yes.
same amount of food for half
People
the
always
price?
clown on Little Caesars saying like, "Oh, Jaden, Little Caesars, it's nasty, it's so bad, ew, no, but no, $5.50. I'm gonna get myself a Little Caesars. You know, Taylor, I'm gonna Grubhub myself a Little Caesars because that's how good. That's how proud I am of you, Little Caesars. I love you. I'm proud of you.
Nice. Is it really that the quality of the pizza is just that much lower? Well, it actually turns out that there's a few reasons. For one thing, Little Caesars is a far more stripped down operation than the other pizza chains in the experiment. Because Little Caesars doesn't offer dine-in to its customers, they actually save a ton of money on the overhead. They don't have to rent as much square footage. They don't have to hire waiters. They don't have to have on hand a bunch of dishes and silverware and sinks to wash it all. All of that factors into the cost. They also do the absolute minimum when it comes to delivery. For the past 20 years, they haven't had delivery as an option. This year was the first year they brought it back, and even then, it was mostly through third-party apps like
DoorDash.
So Little Caesars
I'm
is
sorry.
outsourcing their
DoorDash. I don't
delivery
get
while the
Grubhub.
competitors are shelling out to hire in-house delivery drivers. Another reason Little Caesars prices are so low, and this is the one that you might expect, is the cost of ingredients. For instance, Little Caesars blends less expensive Munster cheese with its mozzarella cheese, and the competitors don't. So that's gonna save them there. But here's what really surprised me. Perhaps the biggest reason why Little Caesars can sell
no.
its pizza for less is the fact that they're not entirely in the pizza game. They're in the food distribution game. If you saw our
Whoa.
past food theory on how McDonald's is actually a
Yeah, I
real
saw
estate
that.
company, you understand how a restaurant can keep its prices ridiculously low by making its real money in a connected industry. In McDonald's
smart,
case, they got into the real
Little
estate game as a
Caesars.
way to earn rent off of its franchises. In Little Caesars' case, they saw an opportunity for expansion in the food distribution industry
okay.
way back in the early 1970s.
They're
Like
smart.
any restaurant, Little Caesars has to deal with the problem of how to get ingredients and products to its various locations. So they developed an in-house distribution
okay.
network, but soon realized that the food service distribution game was maybe more lucrative than the pizza game. So Little Caesars took the distribution
Looks
network
like they're
and
the
broke it off
king
into a
of
new company
queen.
today known as Blue Line Food
king.
Service Distribution, which sends ingredients and other products to Little Caesars, as well as plenty of other companies
Yes,
outside of
yes.
the Little Caesars
You're
family.
winning.
Since Blue Line and Little
Evil
Caesars are
Little
both under the
Caesars.
same parent company, their distribution costs are heavily subsidized, and it helps keep their prices ridiculously low. Pizza?
Pizza.
More like trucking. So it seems like Little Caesars
Pizza,
has the
pizza.
luxury of not having to worry about pizza profits the same way Domino's, Papa John's, and Pizza Hut do. But while their pizza might be cheaper, doesn't necessarily mean it's objectively better. And we still haven't talked about toppings. So let's really dig into those results. We've already already discussed how adding toppings loses
No.
the cheese, so that's a given across the board. But beyond that, I wanted to know who's piling them on and who's holding them back. After all, if I just wanted to eat a bunch of bread with a little bit of stuff sprinkled on it, I would have just ordered the crazy bread. So we calculated the toppings percentage by weight for each of the pepperoni and extra pepperoni pizzas by dividing the weight of the isolated pepperonis by the weight of the entire pizza. This tells us of the total weight of the pizza, how much of that weight is coming from the toppings. If I'm paying a premium for the extra stuff on top, I want to make sure that I'm getting a lot of that extra stuff. The restaurant with the best overall toppings percentage was Pizza Hut, whose pepperonis accounted for an average of 17.5% of total weight. Little Caesars, with just 7.9%, had the lowest topping percentage of all the restaurants. Now, if you love pepperoni with all your heart, then the Pizza Hut extra pepperoni pizza is the one for you. It had the highest toppings percentage of all individual pizzas with nearly 20%.
I don't want to see any cheese. I just want pepperoni.
Pizza had the lowest topping percentage at just 6.2%. Toppings, it would seem, is another place that Little Caesars is cutting its costs. But you can't really hate them for it because, well, they're not charging you for that. To understand why, let's look at our final category, grams of topping per dollar. Here, we took the weight of the isolated pepperonis and divided it by the additional cost that the customer pays in order to upgrade. This gives us an idea of which restaurants are overcharging for the toppings. And looking at the chart, it certainly isn't Domino's who had the most grams of topping per dollar with 42.2. Papa John's was the worst value in this category with just 29.9 grams of topping per dollar. But what I really want to talk about here is Little Caesars yet again, whose grams of topping per dollar broke mathematics. Little Caesars is charging the same amount for their cheese pizza as they do their pepperoni pizza. That means that they're adding pepperonis for $0. That's right. They're giving the pepperonis away for free. And you can't divide by 0, folks, which makes their rating in this category defy all mathematics. Honestly, it's pretty obvious that Little Caesars toppings are fewer and of a lower quality than the other three restaurants. Little Caesars' pepperonis are thinner, they're brittle, they don't have that oily texture that you'd expect from a pepperoni. Like I said before, they're definitely skimping on the number that appears on the pizza itself, but there's no denying that when it comes to pure dollars and cents, if you want something that is technically a pepperoni pizza, well, it's clear.
Sorry, I have to go get my computer charger.
Value with a price tag of 0. So here we go, theorists. Time to announce our overall winners and losers. In the cheese category, the Little Caesars 14-inch round cheese pizza is offering you the best value. The Papa John's cheese pizza gets second place, Domino's is third, and Pizza Hut is rounding up the rear. Now, how about the best value pepperoni pizzas? Well, after tallying the scores of every pizza across every category, Little Caesars again comes out on top, but obviously with the caveat of lower quality pepperonis and fewer on the pie. If you're looking for a higher quality pepperoni pizza, well, Domino's offers the second best value with Pizza Hut in third and Papa John's in fourth. Now, the best value for pizza with extra pepperoni is Domino's by a wide margin. Papa John's and Pizza Hut tie for second, and Little Caesars is in dead last because, again, they don't really care about the toppings all that much. Which means that it's now time for the big one, the granddaddy of them all. When all the scores are tallied up, the pizza chain that objectively offers the best value for all of their pizzas is Domino's, which is honestly kind of surprising because a few minutes ago it was feeling like Little Caesars had this thing in the bag. The reason they fell so far in the final rankings is the toppings. If you just want a cheese pizza, or if you want a pepperoni pizza but don't care too much about the amount or quality of the topping, well then Little Caesars is the clear winner, hands down, no question. But because two of our categories factored in the total amount of topping you're getting, both by price and weight of the pizza, their overall scores suffered. Which means that in the end, Little Caesars has to settle for a third place ranking. Domino's, thanks to its strong toppings game, is your overall pizza chain champ, with Pizza Hut in second and Papa John's well and truly in last place, neither delivering on value or on toppings. So with all our results finally being in, there's one last thing to do, provided you're into pizzas with all the pepperoni picked off. Pizza party at Amy's! But hey, that's just a food theory. Bon appetit. Thanks for watching, food theorists. If you dug this episode, well, you're gonna love our other value optimization episodes, like our recent theory on getting the best deal possible on fast food fountain drinks. Be sure to check it out by clicking the link you see on...
I saw that, sadly. Okay, anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm glad I'm doing reactions again. If you're wondering, that's a cat spraying the little red thing. I got my cat some toys for Christmas, and I have to wrap it, yeah. So anyway, hope you guys enjoy this video. And what is your favorite pizza chain? It can be even This is gonna be big chain, not little timepieces. I already know my winner personally, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.